All right, testing, testing, testing. All right, testing, testing, testing. Sweet. We're on. We're on right now. Get a few people in here and we'll do a little bit of reviewing. If we do get people on, maybe we won't get anyone on here. How are you guys doing today? It was a killer session last night for London. I always go into that other one and tell people to come in here. Okay. All right. Do we have anybody in here yet? We have a couple people in here. Son of a gun. We have a couple people in here. How's everybody doing today? We'll wait a few more minutes so we can get a few other people that maybe want to show up. But if you were on the stream last night during the London session, you saw we made really good money. We were 7 for 7 on trade calls last night. I wanted to go over this morning gold on the 15-minute because we traded a couple of 15-minute setups based on the pattern last night. But look at this, even just since last night. Look at all these opportunities on gold just on the buy side with that wick tail at the bottom being longer than the candle. There's Ryan. I know he's been taking advantage of this all morning long. There's been several examples of buys that you could have taken just based on the pattern all morning long, and you would have just annihilated this market. And there's one happening maybe right now, but there's been several. Well, I changed my mind. Salah, did you just ask if it's a buy or sell? Salah, did you just ask if it's a buy or sell? Did you just ask in my stream if it's a buy or sell? Did you ask if it's a buy or sell? Is that what you're asking me, if it's a buy or sell, Salah? I need an answer from you. Are you asking if it's a buy or sell? Hello? Salah? All right, I'm giving you a chance to answer that. Are you asking if it's a buy or sell right now in my stream? I have to play the Jeopardy music while we wait for him to answer. I know what the answer is. Are you asking us, did you come into my stream and ask if it was a buy or sell? He's gone already? Good. Well, he's gonna be gone anyway. You don't come into the stream and you don't ask if it's a buy or sell. Sorry, bud. Okay, not in my stream. What's up? What? Well, we don't have to do it right now. It's Friday. We don't have to do it right this minute. You don't have to go back to school till Monday. Okay, I got to do this for a little bit, then I will. Okay? All right. Hacks of Tech, did you just ask if it was a buy or sell too? I know you're not dumb enough to do that. I know you're not dumb enough. Did you ask if it's a buy or sell too? Did you just ask that? We'll put you in timeout for that. I know you're smart enough not to come into my stream and do all that. Yeah, you guys that are answering that dumbass, you guys that are asking that dumbass question of whether you can buy or sell, you can do whatever the hell you want. That's not the right question. You're going to be put in timeout. We don't ask those stupid ass questions in my stream. If you have to ask people that you don't know if it's a buy or sell, then you don't deserve to be in this stream. Okay? You don't come into this stream and ask if it's a buy or sell. Look at your fucking chart. Learn how to read a fucking chart. Comprende? 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 You got that? You don't come into this stream. This is a professional stream. This isn't a we're dumbass stream. I honestly, though, I don't know why some of you were trying to sell today. Why were some of you trying to sell? Why were you selling a major uptrend? Do you like getting in front of a moving train? Do you like selling into a major uptrend? Why are you even attempting to sell? That's what I don't understand, is why are people even attempting to sell? You're in a major uptrend. Every higher time frame on gold is an uptrend. Why are you trying to sell? Stupidity and fear? Well, Ryan, I don't think it is with you, man. You were in the stream last night. Just trade the trend, especially when we're dealing with war that's going on right now, and we're dealing with a lot of other stuff. You should be doing nothing but waiting to trade the trend. I mean, again, look at this. Look at how many examples you've had on gold just since we last met last night, that if you would have just followed the trend on the 15-minute chart and taken a trade every time that 15-minute candle had a tail longer than the body, you had multiple opportunities. Well, considering that I'm not in a gold buy right now, it would be nothing because I'm not in a gold buy right now. I'm not in a gold buy right now. So you can see what trades I'm in the terminal. Yeah, it is absolutely. There's no reason to, and again, it doesn't mean that sells can't work sometimes. There's no reasons to be taking sells right now into a major, extremely major uptrend. There's no reason to do it. You can do it, and sometimes it'll make you money, and God bless you if you're able to do it. But you're gonna have to pick. You know, I mean, I would not be doing it. I would be trading the trend, and the trend is up. So every time, see how many examples you had of that tail being longer than the body of the candle at the close of the 15-minute candle? Every single one of those 7 examples, you would have made money. And well, number 7's playing out right now, right? Number 7 would be this one. But of the 6 that have played out, every single time, if you would have just done that from the time we met last night, you can even go further than that. Every time you would have made money. There's no sense in fighting the trend. It's like I said, moving in front of a... Okay, listen to what I'm saying. Did you not listen to what I just said? I am not in a buy trade on gold right now. Yassine, do I need to repeat myself? I am not in a buy on gold. Do you see the terminal up right there? What trade am I in the terminal that's up right now? What trade am I in? What trade am I in right now? The terminal is up there. The live terminal with live trades that I'm in right now is there. Do you see a gold trade in there? I don't know why we keep asking what the take profit is. And if you're asking what the take profit is, just look at your next resistance level, right? You're never going to become a better trader by asking random people on YouTube where the next resistance level is, where the next take profit area is. Where's your next resistance? Go look at your charts. Go study your fucking charts. Where's the next resistance at? You've got to learn how to do this on your own. You've got to learn how to look at your charts. The charts will tell you everything. Where is your next resistance? Well, no, I'm looking at Ryan. I'm looking at it right now. I see from February 23rd, right around February 23rd. I see one at 1974, right? Right there would be your next major one, right? I mean, it's not complicated, guys. Look at your fucking charts. Honestly, 1974 from February 23rd or so, and then if it breaches 1974, then you have to go to a higher time frame. Where's your next major support? It's at the all-time highs. It's not complicated. Read your fucking charts. Read your charts. Stop asking dumbass questions. I'm sorry, but I'm harsh on you guys because I want you to learn. I want you to learn. Read your charts. Just go look at your next resistance level, right? Go look at your next resistance level. If it breaches 1974, that brings the all-time highs of 2074 into play. It's really, really not complicated. But the problem is some people want everything handed to them. Where's the next support? Can I buy here? And I always ask, do you have fingers? Do you have hands? You can buy. I'm pretty sure you know how to push the button, right? I'm pretty sure you know how to push the button. You can do whatever the hell you want. That's not the right question. The right question is, should you do that? Should I buy? And why would you buy when it's all the way up here at a major resistance level? Why would you buy? The buying took place way, 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 way lower than this. Buyers came into the market way lower than this. If you're buying now and hoping for a break above, you're a moron. I'm sorry to be blunt with you, but if you're buying now and saying, oh, I think it might break, you're an idiot. Especially it's Friday. The markets are going to close here in about an hour and a half. If you're buying right now, you are an unequivocated moron. You deserve to lose all your fucking money if you think you should be buying gold right now. You deserve to lose all your fucking money. There's no reason to. There's no reason to be buying at all. There's no reason to be doing anything, to be honest with you, at this point. The markets are about to close. You should actually be turning off your charts and going and enjoying yourself for the weekend. Whatever that is that you enjoy. But there's no reason to be taking any new trades right now. There's no reason to be doing anything right now except turning off your charts and enjoying your weekend. My stops on this oil trade that I'm in right now are in profit, and I really don't care what it does. Okay, I got into oil again at 110.95. It's at 113.23. My stops are in profit, so I don't really care what it does. I'm going to hold this trade over the weekend because I don't really care. But you should not be thinking about taking new trades right now. You should be thinking about shutting down your charts and going and doing stuff that you love to do. Okay, let's go to the US 30, and let's go to a 15-minute chart on the US 30, and let's talk about how many opportunities you might have had on the 15-minute chart on the US 30 since we last chatted last night during the London session, and see if you have some buys. Buy. Every time you have that tail longer than the body of the candle. We're just looking at buys right now, and then we can do sells as well. That one you would have lost. That one you would have won. So you've had opportunities to do that. You've had opportunities to sell. The US 30 with a wick at the top. Sometimes you would lose. This one would have been a killer one on the 15-minute, right there. You would have made massive amounts of money right there. So you had this one right here. That was a nice one. You had this one right there. So you've had multiple opportunities. You had the one that just closed. That was a sell. You had multiple opportunities on the US 30 on the 15-minute chart to buy and sell as well. The pattern works, guys. The pattern works. It's always worked. It will always work. It's the best pattern out there. Okay, you don't need anything else. You just need that pattern. There's nothing else you need in order to trade. It's the most simple thing in the world. The problem is most people think it can't be that simple, and it can be, and it should be that simple. It absolutely can be that simple, and it should be that simple. So you had multiple opportunities on gold. You had multiple opportunities on the US 30 on a 15-minute chart. The 1 hour chart I don't think gave you as many since we met in London session. But you've had multiple opportunities on each one of those pairs to make extremely amount of good profit. Yes, I am going to keep my oil buy-in. My stops are in profit. I think there's a really good chance that oil could spike even higher up this weekend with the conflict. So absolutely I'm going to be holding my oil buys over the weekend. Okay, and gold just gave you that opportunity we just talked about that was 15 minutes ago. You would have entered, right, at the opening of the new 15-minute candle, and you'd be that one would be working out as well right now. Like I said, I'm not taking any new trades right now. I'm holding the ones I have, but I'm not taking any new ones. Guys, the pattern is the most powerful thing, and it's, I mean, don't take my word for it, just back test it. You guys have seen it, the power of it now for several days. You've seen the power of it. It's the most powerful strategy you will ever see in Forex. You don't need anything else. It's all there. We're going to go make fun of the people again. Okay, so it's working. It would be working right there. That's pretty cool. But like I said, the markets are gonna. But sometimes during the last part of the day too, the last hour, the markets can go crazy. There's some pretty crazy moves sometimes the last hour of the day. So we'll see what happens. But I'm perfectly happy with the profit I've made so far, and I'm not gonna enter anything new. I really do think this oil could spike up even higher. We're coming up to that area it went to the other day at 114.57. I believe it's bound for that area, and it could go up even higher. So yeah, I'm going to hold this trade. There's no reason to get out of it. There's no sign of any sellers coming into the market, right? Is there any signs? You look at that 1 hour candle on oil. Are there any signs that sellers are starting to come into the market? Look at that solid blue candle right there. Is there any signs that sellers are coming into the market? Yay, nay, maybe. There's no signs of that, right? No signs at all. So there's no way in God's green earth that I'm getting out of this trade right now. The market's going to have to take me out. And I could move my stops, right? Because my stops are like plus 20, and I'm up 200 and something points on it. I could move my stops, I guess, right? And that might be a good idea. But there's just no way. You would have to. Jesus himself could come down from heaven right now and tell me to get out of this trade, and I'd say I don't think so. Jesus himself could come down from heaven right now and tell me you need to be out of this trade. I'd be like, yeah, I don't think so. Manny, you can just go back to the streams. I really don't want to take a bunch of time going over everything again. Just go back through the streams, man. We talk about it all the time. Just this weekend, go back and play the streams, right? We even talked about it again in this stream, but just go back and play it. I don't really want to get into a bunch of technical stuff on here. He says, I love your pattern system. Now I'm using it for gold. Thanks, Iron Man. That's awesome, man. That's your ST amount. Just go watch the streams, man. Like I said, we talk about it all the time, but I'm about ready to wrap it up and turn everything off. And I don't want to get too technical. You know what the pattern is, man. You gotta study it. You gotta learn it, and you gotta make it your own. And it's got to be like, no, what would I say? It's got to be like riding a bike at this point. You just got to study it and keep going at it, reviewing it, and it'll be like riding a bike. It's going to be pretty easy once you meditation's already got it down, it looks like, so that's awesome. Rub pull before close, yeah. I don't know. I've never heard rub pull before, whatever that means, but whatever, man. Whatever you want to call it that makes you feel good. Like I said last night, whatever you want, whatever it does to make you feel better. Whatever floats your boat, guys. Whatever makes you feel well. Like I said, I'm done for the week. It was an amazing week. Let's just look at this week. Let's pull this up. Just on this little account right here. Remember, because we're not afraid to show things in here. How do I bring the terminal over a little bit? No, that's not how I do it. How do I do this? I want to bring the terminal over so you guys can see it. I was doing it yesterday. Why can't I do it now? We'll just look at the account history for this week, just this week. That started on the 28th, right? So February 27th to today, just on this small account, we'll look at what the results were for this week. $1,682 in profit this week, plus the $250 would be almost $2,000 in this very, very small account this week. You can see the numbers right there. Okay. So that's a pretty good return on a $3,000 account this week, I would say. I think everyone would be happy with those kind of returns on a smaller account. I think every single one of you would be happy with that. I'm happy with it. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm extremely happy with it. So it was a really good week. Okay. We almost got the stream banned last night for watching midget boxing, which was pretty fun to watch. So we almost got the stream banned for watching midget boxing last night.
Do you mind if I borrow a card to your pizza hut? Some friends.
Yeah, get me a sips on the way back.
Okay. How much it is?
The card, you mean?
Yeah, which card?
Oh, the silver card.
Yep.
My son is going to lunch with his buddies, so he's like, "Can I borrow your credit card?" I guess. He needs to go earn some. He needs to go earn some money too. So anyway, all right, guys. That's really it. I don't think there's anything else really to do. Get away from your charts and have a good weekend. Don't follow idiots, right? Which abound in this chat room in here. These people are full of idiots. This guy is an idiot. We'll let everybody know that he's an idiot and no one should follow him. Oh, so there's another idiot in the chat room right now that's saying for people to sell at one. Let's sell. That is a major uptrend. An hour and a half before market closes. He's a moron. He's a moron. He's a flat out moron. Let's sell a major uptrend an hour and a half before the market closes. And this guy says he sold at 1962. Should I hold or not? You never should have taken the trade. You never should have taken the sell. You never should have taken it to begin with. I just don't know why you'd be selling it an hour and a half before the market close. But you have because you have people that are following idiots like Ahmad Hussein, who again will never show you a life history of success ever. We'll ask him if he'll show it to us, right? And the answer will, of course, will be no. Because if you can't do that, if you can't show that, you should not be following these people. You should not be telling people what to do if you can't prove through a live account if you can't tell people that you're successful in your own personal live account, you have no business at all telling people what to do. None. Zero, zilch, none. And that's what drives me crazy about most people is you have a bunch of people in here that don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about, trying to tell people what to do, and they can't prove that they're successful in their own live account. It's pathetic. It really is. And Ahmad is one of them. He's one of them. He's a loser. Telling people to sell at this time of day in this market is insane. It's insane to do that. Now, what he's asking is, can it come down to 1960? Of course it can. It can do whatever. Remember, in this stream, we always say, of course it can. It can do whatever the hell it wants, right? Gold can do whatever the hell it wants. Can it come back down to 1960? Of course. That's not the right question. What are the probabilities that it comes down to 1960? What are the probabilities, right? What are the probabilities that it comes down to 1960? That's what you should be asking. And the probabilities are low right now. Because if you look at I always go to the 1 hour chart, right? Do you see any sellers coming into the market? Do you see any sellers coming into the market? Do you see any rejection? Well, you should be scared because my question is, why did you take the trade? What in the charts made you think that it was a sell? And I'm going to give you some, I want to know what in the charts made your head think it's a good idea to sell. That's what I want to know. Well, maybe if that happens, it'll go down, but not necessarily. But what in your right mind told you it was a good idea to sell, Rupesh? What in your head, knowing that this is a major uptrend, why did you sell to begin with? Is my question. So I'll wait for an answer. I'm not trying to be harsh on you, but I want logical reasons why you thought it was a good idea to push the sell button. When all of these time frames, the major time frames, are an uptrend. If you want to talk about, I mean, look at this, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Everything is screaming up. Everything in this chart is screaming up on the 1 hour time frame, on every time frame. Everything, momentum, trend, all of it. I think he sold at 1962 is what it was sounding like. But that's not even the question. The question is, what in the charts made you think that selling was a good idea? Well, there's your problem right there, because you trust in a shitty lagging indicator. RSI is a bunch of garbage. RSI is a bunch of garbage. It's a bunch of bullshit lagging indicators. RSI is worthless. So if you're relying on RSI to take a trade, you ought to stop trading right now. Just donate your money to someone else. Because if you're relying on RSI to get into trades, you really should just stop trading. RSI is another garbage lagging indicator. It's completely worthless. So there it is right there. There's a perfect example of it right there, guys. There's a perfect example to it. This guy, and I'm not trying to pick on him, okay? I'm sure he's a totally awesome dude. But here's a perfect example of people relying on stupid fucking lagging indicators. Okay, so again, he says, but in one day we are so far from SMMA. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Why does that matter? Why does that matter that we are up so many days? Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Why does that have anything to do with anything? It doesn't have anything to do with anything. What in this chart? What in this chart told you to sell? Let's just look at all these candles from here on up. What in those candles told you that there was a major rejection or sellers were coming into the market? Tell me what candles of those told you that. Tell me what candles, maybe this candle right there, because that would actually have been a 1 hour sell signal, right? Based on the way I trade, that would have been a 1 hour sell signal, right? This one right here. But guess what? That would have been the only time you made money on sells. Watch this. You would have gotten in here at 1952, and it made a low of what? This is on the 1 hour chart. And it made a low of 1942. Look, when that one time that the pattern happened, look at that, right? When you had a wick at the top of the candle longer than the body of the candle, and you would have sold at the start of the next 1 hour candle, you would have made money. Now this one you could say that we're going to right now, this last 1 hour candle 41 minutes ago might have the pattern, we'll see. But there was nothing in the charts that told you that this was screaming for a sell at all. So this, and then another guy says, because people told me to sell, why are we, this is what Rupesh said, why are we listening, Rupesh, why are you listening to dumbass motherfuckers on YouTube? Why are you listening, Rupesh, I want to know why you're listening to dumbass motherfuckers that you have no clue who they are in this gold chat room, right? Why are you listening to dumbass motherfuckers that you have no idea who they are? They haven't proven to you that they are profitable in any sense or word at all. Why do you listen to them? Why do you listen to these people? Why do you listen to a bunch of dumbass traders who are losers? These people in this chat, there's 122 people in there. At least 100 of these people are utter losers. Losers. They're losers. Okay? Do not listen to them. Okay? If they can't show you on a live account, listen to what I'm saying, that they are successful trading. If someone's going to give you advice in a chat room, ask them, do you have a history of success? Do you have a history of success we can look at? I can. Look, I'm pulling it up right now. Look at that. That's just for this week, $2,100.32 in just this one account. I can show you a history of live success. I can show you a history of success. I can go back further than that. Okay? I can show you a history of success in live accounts, and I still don't want you to listen to me. But there's no way in God's green earth you should be listening to a bunch of morons in a gold chat room that's full of idiots. Full of idiots. These people are idiots. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody that's in here? Everyone who's in here right now, I want you to understand this. Do we understand that? Don't listen to fucking idiots unless they can prove to you that they are successful in their own personal live accounts. These people, don't listen to them. They're fucking morons. I'll even say it to them right now in the stream. I'm going to tell them we're making fun of you guys all. Yeah, look at this. This guy is an. I swear, if you ever listen to this guy right here, Ahmad Hussein, and I hear that you're listening to him, you will never be allowed to come in my YouTube stream again. If you ever listen to this guy here, this guy is a complete moron. Moron. Ahmad Hussein. He's the guy that calls you on the telephone and says your extended warranty is about to expire from India, right? You get those phone calls from those people from India, and he's calling you saying, I would like to talk to you about your extended warranty being, your extended warranty about to expire. Please immediately send us $5,000. Please immediately send us $5,000. Your extended warranty on your car is about to expire. These guys are morons. And in that sense, you'd be correct. You were dumb. But you can change that, right? That can be changed, right? You don't have to continue to be dumb, but yes, you were very dumb in that because you wanted to trade against the trend. You were very dumb in that instance. I don't really care. 10K, if you think that's racy, then get the fuck out of here. I don't care. It's my stream. I'll do whatever the hell I want. And it wasn't meant to be racist, but you know, when you think everything is racist, you probably think that everything is racist. When you wake up in the morning, you're like, how many times do I need to use the race card today to get the free toaster? When you look for those opportunities, you can find racism in everything. That wasn't racist at all. So if you don't like it, then you can get the fuck out of here. You're welcome to stay too, but don't tell me out. That's racist. I'm the least racist person in the world. Okay, so don't tell me that. Get the fuck out of here if you say that. We don't put up with that bullshit in my stream. And it was a little racy. Oh no, we might have hurt someone's feelings. Well, guess what? The markets might hurt your feelings a little bit more. If you can't, like I said, if you can't handle some schmuck on the internet getting after you a little bit, how are you going to handle the markets, right? How are you going to fucking handle the markets if you get mad or say, that's a little bit, oh my gosh, that was a little bit racy. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Grow some balls. The markets don't care about your feelings. Markets don't care about my feelings. The markets don't care about anyone's feelings. How do we confirm for future reference? You wait for the candle close with a tail or a wick longer than the body. Yeah, it's easy. I mean, it's so beautifully uncomplicated. You wait for a buy signal or sell signal, and you know what those are, Ryan. You were doing it today earlier. That's your confirmation. That's all the confirmation you need. You need nothing else. You will get it, and you will like it. That's all you need, man. That's it. Yep, SM, you got it right. And the sell signal is the opposite, right? The sell signal is a wick bigger than the body of the candle with no tail at the bottom. So the opposite for the sell is it's the opposite, right? You got it right, brother. Simple, easy. Yeah, you just got to wait for the candle close. Because if you would have waited for the candle close on the 1 hour on gold, you could have gotten that one sell right around that area you guys were at 1952, right? That candle right there. At the close of that 1 hour candle that had a wick at the top longer than the body. If you would have waited for that signal, you would have done really well with that trade. Yeah, that's the one time you would have made money on selling, is if you did that. If you waited for that candle right there, you would have gotten in the sell at 1952 and it made a low of 1942. But ever since then, it's just continued to break up. And again, every higher time frame is an uptrend, right? You gotta wait for those confirmations. That's why you wait, man, or else you get in early and you get your ass kicked. Okay. Every major time frame, the 4 hour, that's the 4 hour time frame. That's an uptrend. The daily is an uptrend. I mean, do you see any rejection in that daily candle that's forming right now? Do you see any buyers coming or sellers coming into the market on that daily? Yes or no? Are there any sellers coming into the market on that daily candle? I would say no. There's absolutely no rejection. So why would you sell? Why would you sell until you start to see rejection forming. It doesn't make any sense. Only idiots do that. Okay, you got a daily, you got a weekly. Do you see any sellers coming into the market on the weekly candle? Do you see any sellers coming in on the weekly candle? No. Touch it. It's gonna probably fill that wick right there. Perfect. So why would you be selling? You got to use that logic, right? There's no reason to. The monthly, look at the monthly. The monthly's even stronger. It's a solid blue candle. Do you see anything on the monthly that tells you that sellers are coming into the market? Anything? So we just went over the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. None of those candles show that there's any sellers coming in the market. Let's go back to the 1 hour chart. Do you see it on the 1 hour chart? Maybe a little bit, right? But the market's about to close, so I wouldn't do anything right now. It's really, really simple. Wait for those rejection patterns. Okay. Well, silver's going to be the same, right? Silver's going to be the same. All you're going to do on silver is you're going to do the same thing. See, here's another one. Look at this, guys. I mean, they're relentless. Selling only. Look at this. Look at that. Sellers only. Selling only. And again, they're scalping, so whatever. But I mean, and it's going down a little bit. And now they're going to be like, oh, look at this waterfall. That's barely even moving, just so they know. They're like, oh, look at this waterfall. It's barely moving. So they're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's a waterfall. Look at this. It's a waterfall. It's barely moving. Hey, how do I get back to my charts, damn it? Rupesh, I can't tell you what to do. It's not my job to tell you what to do. You should do whatever floats your boat. You should do whatever floats your boat, man. I apologize, but it's not my job to tell you what to do with your trades. You need to figure that out for yourself. It's not my job to tell you that. It really isn't. I apologize if you think that's rude. I don't really apologize, but if you think that's rude, I apologize, but it's not my job to tell you that. You need to figure that out for yourself. Okay? I'm not in the, it's not my job to say that. You need to figure that out for yourself, because I don't know what your risk tolerance is. I don't know anything about your account size. I don't know if you can handle drawdown. I don't know anything about your account. That's up to you, man. I'm not a financial advisor. You have to decide what your risk tolerance is. I would never have been in the trade, so I can't help you with that. Remember, I would have never taken the trade. I think it's completely insane, and obviously you learned your lesson on that, and that's good, but I can't help you with that, man. I apologize, but I'm not going to get involved in the financial decisions for you. So look at this. This is the guy that was saying sell right now. Right now it's only sells this C, whatever, and he goes, I am lost this week, 7 LAC, whatever that means. So he lost all week, right? This guy says, I am lost this week. Well, yeah, because you've been calling for sells all week, you dumb fuck. The reason you are lost all week is because you're making dumbass comments in a chat room saying sell. And I'm going to tell him that. What's 7 LAC? Let's see what he has to say. I mean, again, and that's the reason that Rupesh is in the situation he's in right now, because he's listening to idiots like this guy. Maybe not this guy in particular, but he's going into a gold chat room and listening to people when they say you should sell or you should buy. Never, ever, 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 ever pay attention to anybody in there. Never listen to anybody in there. If you listen to anybody in there from this time forward, and I know that you're listening to them, I will ban your sorry ass from my YouTube stream for the rest of your life. You are not allowed to be in here if you listen to dumbasses like those people. Okay? Do not listen to them. Please, I beg you. Be smart, Be a smart person. Don't be one of those dumb people. Be a smart person. Change to being a smart person. Because if you listen to those idiots, you're not smart. Well, only because I've been spamming their chat for ages. Yeah, if you walk away from the trade, you'll still be ahead, right? That might be your best play. I don't know. I just like bugging these people so much. I don't know why. I'm an asshole, I know. Well, I had good trades this week. But I hope you have better trades next week. I do hope you have better trades. I had good trades this week. I made a lot of money this week. So I had good trades this week, so I'm totally fine. Yeah, I killed the markets this week. I showed you this little small account. I showed you what the profits were in this little small account. On gold, probably could be. I would imagine it's going to be, but I'm not taking anything because. Are you talking about on the 15-minute? No, it doesn't look like the 15-minute is a rejection on gold, or are you talking about a different one? No, for me it doesn't look like a rejection, and I'm going to be shutting off my charts here in a few minutes, and there's no reason, Ryan, to get into any more trades. Take a break, all right, for the weekend, and be ready to hit it again next week. There's no reason to be in any new trades. Don't. I know you want to be in a trade, and it's exciting to be in a trade, but I know it's exciting to be in a trade every minute. It's exciting for me to be in it too. I kind of feel weird when I'm not in a trade, but just get away from the charts. There's no reason to be messing with charts at this point. Well, I'm glad you found me too, man. I'm glad you found me. That's awesome. I don't stream a lot. I'll probably be doing one during London session again Monday morning. But I don't stream a lot. But if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get notifications when I'm live. That'll be good for you. But there's no rejection because I don't look at a 15-minute chart, right? There's no rejection in any of the higher time frames. The 1 hour may be starting to get some rejection, but I'm not worried about the 1 hour. The 4 hour, the daily, the weekly are all very strong, bullish on gold. We are coming up to a major resistance level at 1974. If we break, like we talked about earlier, if we break 1974. So here's the plan for next week, okay? And we'll do a couple things here. Here's the plan. If we break 1974, what I want to see is it to break above, and I want to see it go above 1974 by 30, 40, 50 points, and then pull back to 1973 because previous resistance now becomes support, right? Does that make sense to everybody? And then I want a buy candle. And that's a buy candle right there, right? The tail longer than the body of the candle with no wick at the top at the close of the 1 hour candle. Right? That's a buy candle. So what I want it to break above by 30 or 40 points to make sure it's not a false breakout, then pull back, give me the buy signal, and then my next target is the all-time highs. There's a lot of room between 1973 without any major resistance. There's a lot of room between 1973 and 2073, right? There's not any rejection. areas. So if we get a break of 1973, 1974, maybe up to like 1978, 1979, and then a pullback to that, and then gives us the buy signal, then I'm buying and my target is going to be up there. Does that make sense to everybody? That's the plan for that, okay? Because I'm not buying again unless it breaks above and then pulls back. On the opposite side is if it comes up here to this major resistance level and starts rejecting and giving us a sell signal, then I'm going to sell it and my area will be there. Yeah, I wait for the pullback first, because the reason I wait for the pullback is because I want to make sure it's not a false breakout, right? That's the difference between what I do and most traders do, and the reason why most traders lose is because they don't wait for it, right? They don't wait for it. They don't wait for they just, as soon as it breaks out, they buy it, and that's the wrong thing to do. If it dips, I want to buy, but look, you got to understand what I'm saying, right? At that X is a major resistance level. I could sell it with a sell candle there, but every time it sells, I want to buy a dip. Shut the door, Adeline. Okay. So if it starts giving me a sell signal there at 1780, 1974, or anywhere in this area here, if it gives me a sell signal, I'll sell it. I sell it when the pattern tells me to sell it. But what I really want to see is I really want to see a break above, pull back, and then up to 2075. Okay, that's what I really, really want to see. That would make me happy. But it could also start selling from here if I get rejection. And I am starting to get some rejection on the 1 hour chart. If it was a Monday or a Tuesday and it wasn't a Friday right before market close, you got some rejection on the 1 hour chart there, but it had a wick and a tail. What do you mean I don't care about being early on a trade? What do you mean? What would you define as early? What do you mean? What do you define as early? I get into the trade when my setup happens. When the 1 hour candle gives me a setup, I take the trade. I don't care what time of day it is. I don't care about anything other than that. But that's an interesting comment, and I'm kind of exploring your comment a little bit. What do you mean by early? What would make it early? What would you define, I guess, SM as early? Because the main thing I care about is knowing that I'm going to be right 80 to 85% on my trades. That's what I care about. I don't really care about anything else, but I kind of would like you to define what early means. What does early mean? By early, do you mean when I start seeing rejection, I get into a trade? I don't know. I like getting into trades when the setup happens. I guess that's the best answer. I like to get into trades when the setup happens. I like getting in when the setup is there. All right, guys. I think that's it for the day. I think that's it for the day. So here's what you do. You turn off your chart because there's nothing else to do. All right? Turn off your damn chart. Nothing else to do. Turn off your chart and start making fun of the people in there. I'm kidding. I'm out of here, guys.